Okay, so I just got fired from my job and I'm trying to process it all still, but it just was really unexpected and I think there's a lot of emotions going on, but when it comes down to it, I think this is honestly kind of a blessing and I'm trying to think of it that way because I didn't really like my job. I'd been talking to my wife about quitting for a minute, and the plan was to do it at the end of the year in December. So now it just pushed everything forward. But even me talking about it, I think it was more like oh, this is something I would love to do. I'd feel empowered to do that and then find my own way. And now it's just like really real, really fast. So yeah, definitely it's going to take a second to process it all. But in the meantime, I have to figure out what I'm going to do for work. I was an engineer, electrical engineer. The job really sucked. Like I did not enjoy it, but I do feel that I feel like I have a chance to do stuff with content. Like I feel like I have a chance to actually make something good and I want to try to do that, whether it's short form, long form, all that stuff. So today is just going to be the beginning, I guess. I'm going to go upstairs and try to find ways that I can do freelance and ways that I can fully become a creative, fully become a videographer or a photographer or a social media person, whatever it is. Like I feel like this is God just kicking me in the butt a little bit and saying like, start, I've given you the opportunity, go do it. So yeah, it's a little scary. We've only been married like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So I think this is a really rough way to start a marriage with you losing your job, especially since like, I mean, technically I'm the breadwinner or I was, so like that's going to be a lot of adjustments, a lot of budgeting and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I just know God is good and we're going to figure it out. I've always felt like the year I was 26 was going to be one of the craziest years of my life in the sense of just like the opportunity and what God would do in our lives. And so far it has been in every single month. And I feel like this could be a setback or it could just be like the beginning of something insane going on. So we're going to take it as that. And even though I'm scared and I'm feeling a lot, I'm excited. I think I really am. I'm excited just to see what I can do and see what God can do through me. And I'm excited to see like what the opportunity actually is. So for everyone who's always like, I got to post more, I have no excuse now. So I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to see if I can make a little spreadsheet or something to see what exactly I can do to make sure that you know, I'm not wasting my time and we're going to be okay. Yeah. We're going to be okay. So it's next day already, and I got some clarity from my bosses and some higher ups. We already knew the company was doing really bad, and we knew that eventually they were going to have to do something to make up for just all the jobs we're losing and whatnot. I'm a consulting engineer, but specifically electrical. I've only been with this company about 6 months. The whole process has been just terrible. I mean, awful. I've had very little billable hours at first, and a lot of people quit the same time I was coming in. So like my boss, his boss, and another higher up all quit within like, I think like a month or so of maybe me going in. So it was a bad situation at the beginning, but the company's also in a lot of lawsuits. All of this stuff was private when I was coming into the company. So obviously I wouldn't have gone if I knew that, but they're losing a good bit of those, it seems like. And yeah, they just owe a lot of people a lot of money. We're losing, I think, 15 million a year or something like crazy right now, which is just wild to me. So anyway, long story short, they just started laying off a good many people. I was one of those people. It feels like, I think I might have said it yesterday, but it feels kind of like a first in, first out kind of thing. They talked about it not being about my performance, but more just kind of like how the cookie crumbled, I guess you could say, which is stupid. But anyway, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to really just go full out with content. I don't know if it's sustainable yet where I am, but I know I want to try it. I've wanted to try it for a while. And again, I feel like God really just did kick me in the butt and was like, hey man, this is your chance. I go ahead and do it. And luckily my wife, I mean, she works. So even though we have a savings, we're going to be okay. We're not going to be like struggling immediately per se. But there is someone still making an income, and that'll give me a little bit of time to just figure out how to do all of this. Because I think before I was always like, I want to do it really right. I want to do it like in the most efficient way possible. But I think now it's more like it needs to get done, you know? So it won't necessarily be like, oh, I have to research how to do blah, blah, blah. No, it's like, I need to go with my camera. I need to talk to people. I need to figure out who is willing to make something work. And I'm willing to do that. I'm ready to do that. And I'm honestly excited. Like, I really am. I'm honestly excited just to start, just to see what I can do. I've been going through right now, I've made a spreadsheet of companies that I want to go talk to, about even individuals who I feel like I can go and like reach out to. I've already planned out almost like 2 months worth of just like YouTube videos and short form videos. So it's like, if I fail, it's not going to be because I didn't try, and it's not going to be because I didn't give my all. And that's what's important to me. You know, like it's about to be November next week. So it's like, by the end of the year, like if I'm not seeing something, then it's like, all right, I need to start looking into other things. If it's like by January, like mid-January, and it's like I really haven't made traction, then it's like, all right, cool, maybe I'll just have to stay in as an engineer, but I tried. But one thing I'm not gonna do is not move forward because I sat around like lazy, you know, like that's not gonna happen at all. I'm really excited to see what goes on. And I think too, with just this much free time, I really do hope to just start doing like the vlogging style thing significantly more. Like I hope to just like show you guys a day in the life of everything that I'm doing. So I think it'll be really cool. I think it's gonna be like difficult for sure. Like it's not gonna be easy. And even just thinking through like providing, you know, being the provider or whatever, like in our relationship, but doing that from a spot right now where like technically I have no income right now, you know, like technically I literally have nothing. So it's like, even though that only happened like yesterday, like 24 hours ago, it's still just a lot, I guess, mentally. So I'm hoping and I'm wondering how that'll actually play and how I make content. Because for the like last, I don't know, however many months, it's like every time I go out and take photos or every time I go and like talk to someone, it feels very free because it's like, if no one sees these videos, I'm still going to enjoy it, you know? But now it's like, I really need people to see these videos. So it'll just be interesting to see what happens. But also the fact that I can actually go and I can like do stuff during the day, I think I'll be able to say yes to a lot more stuff versus in the past, I kind of was constricted to from 5 p.m. to like 8 p.m. to do anything and everything I needed to do. So I should have more time. Excuse me. I should have more time and we should be okay. So yeah, I think it'll all be good. Oh, I'll be good. One thing I do think is really interesting is that like, I keep saying this is like a God thing, and I really do feel like it is, because I had a video that I was going to post right after Hurricane Helene happened, and I never ended up posting it just because I don't know, something told me to wait. But I'm gonna show you guys this video right now because it really is just me talking through about like, I don't want to do this 9-to-5 rat race thing. And it was like almost like at a breaking point where I was like, I just can't stand what I'm doing at work. I can't stand the community. I can't stand how fake everyone is. Like, I just want to get out. And it's like now I'm at that spot. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's really cool. I'm going to play that video. I don't even remember how long it is, but I'm going to play it. And I just think it'll be cool, like later in life, to like watch back, like look back at all this stuff and be like, oh, dang, that's how I was feeling. And then a couple weeks later, I ended up getting away from those feelings via not my own terms, you know, and then now like we're doing something cool. So, all right, I'm yapping for real, but yeah, I'm gonna play that video and then I guess let the journey begin. We're gonna just start doing this thing full on. So all you people who are watching, who are supporting, I appreciate you guys. And it's gonna be cool. We gonna be all right, for real. We gonna be all right. I'll see you on the next one. I feel like at least in America, there's just this big, you have to grind, you have to hustle, you have to work hard, you have to have 5 different side jobs, and you have to make it. You're 18 years old, that's too old, you know, you really got to get there and grind. And it's just, I'm like sick of that. Like I really am, I'm just tired of that. Like right now, I feel like I'm just always trying to do something business oriented. And I really just want to get to a place where like I feel happy. A place where I feel like I'm just, I don't know, like I'm doing what I love, and I'm not really even sure what it is that I love, but I just know I don't love my corporate job. So like I'm an engineer. I graduated almost 4 years ago from college, Clemson, go Tigers. And I'm just like, I'm at this weird place where it's like I've been doing what I've been doing for almost 4 years, and I'm just like, I'm not enjoying it. And I know a lot of it is actually the company itself, but I do know a good bit of it is just like I'm not getting fulfillment from that. And I've been fortunate enough to just do a lot of things on the side. So even this YouTube channel, all of my photography, all my videography, that's always after work. And I really enjoy that, but it's just at a point where it's like, I'm waking up at like 5:30 to get to work. I leave work at like 4, and then starting at like 5, I'm just doing all of my content stuff until like 10 o'clock. And by that time, it's time to go to sleep, you know? So it's just like, I feel like I'm sacrificing so much to do the things that I want to do. And I'm just not in a place where I want to do that for the rest of my life. And I feel like I've been talking to a lot of people, if they're engineers or just whatever their occupation is, and they feel the same way, where they're just kind of like, yo, like I want to be good at what I do. I want to be true to who I am. I want to use the degree that I've gotten, but I'm just not happy. And I do think that's definitely a first world type of problem, because it's like, you know, I'm just so blessed that I'm even able to not enjoy what I do, if that makes sense. Like I make good money. I'm really grateful for the position that I have. Like me and my future wife, we're comfortable, you know? I'm getting married literally this weekend. So it's like, even looking through our spreadsheets, looking through our budgeting, it's like, we're in a good place. But it's like mentally, emotionally, you know, just trying to figure out how can I be the best husband for my wife? How can I be the best future father one day for my children? It's not me working a 7 to 4 and then a 5 to 10, you know, every single day. Like it just doesn't make sense. So I'm trying to balance out, I'm trying to figure out what's important. And it's hard for me. I think one, as a man, my wife and I don't want to say we'll have not my wife. Wow, that's crazy. I'm just that ready. My fiance and I don't know if we'll have like necessarily a traditional relationship in the sense of like, you know, stay at home, someone's winning all the money, other person's like doing all the house stuff. Like, I don't think it'll be like that because we'll both be working, all stuff like that. But I do think there is pressure for me, I guess, like as a man, to feel like I need to lead, to feel like I need to provide, to feel like I need to be, you know, the strength, the support, the protection, all of those things. And I think a big part of that comes with knowing that I'm making enough to satisfy the needs of my people and to satisfy, you know, the desires we have as a family, as a unit. So it's just been an emotional roller coaster, man. Trying to figure out how to do all those things, trying to figure out the best way to really like be that for the people around me. And I'm rambling now, but it's just such an interesting thing to think about, because when you're in school, like high school, I think all you're thinking about is like, what's gonna make me money? Because you don't really know what you want to do. Unless you've just been exposed to so many things, you don't really understand what is it that I want to go do? What is it that I want to go accomplish? So a lot of us go into our senior year of high school and we're just like, I'm just gonna figure it out. But we know we wanna go to college. So we go to college, we pay this money, we get a degree, and we're doing this thing and it's making us money and we're living off of that. But do we actually want to do that thing? I don't know. And I think I'm just at the point right now where like, I'm not trying to be an engineer. I'm not trying to be an engineer, dude. I don't fit in with engineers. My company is struggling right now. It's not for me, but I get so much fulfillment from like taking photos and seeing how much it means to people, or, you know, taking video and just being able to like have that nostalgic feeling of just watching the memories and seeing, you know, just seeing people change, looking back. Like whenever Google Photos or my Snapchat will show me like past memories, like it does something to me. And I don't know. It's just cool to pause the moment and just be like, wow, like it's time travel, you know, it literally feels like time travel, like between photo, video, and then music. Like it feels like it can just take you back to wherever it was that you were, and you feel those same emotions. So like, I want to pursue that, but I just think it's really scary. I think it's really tough for someone to want to do that, especially without like a big game plan or anything like that. And like people stop watching my videos at the 2-minute mark anyway, so you're probably not gonna hear this, but it's just, yeah, it's just going to be interesting to figure out exactly how to figure out what that's going to be, and how to figure out like what the best way to do all of that stuff is. Because I really just want to try. Like I don't want to like grow up one day and just be like, man, I should have tried it, but I didn't, and now I'm 55 and it's too late. And it's like also like, I just wish I had content of my dad and my mom when they were my age
trying to figure out life. Because I mean, they're amazing people, and they're killing it in everything that they do. And it's like, it would have been so cool to see the young version of them. Because right now I'm just kind of like, oh, I mean, the first time I saw you straight from birth, you were like 33, you know? So it's like, I was already seeing such an adult version, such a mature version of you. So it's just like, now thinking about that, it's like, man, it'd be so dope. So being able to have my kids look back at my YouTube content one day and just see like a diary of like, oh, this is how you did that. This is how you started. And this is where you are now. Like, I think that'll just be such a cool thing to bring them along for. So, yeah, now I'm really rambling. Where are we at? Geez, like 15 minutes. Yeah, no, I think that's all I have, but I really just want to try it. I want to see what happens. And I just encourage you guys too, like, just think about like what is important to you, because if it's money, then like, yeah, like stay what you're doing if it's making good stuff. But I just think there's so much more to life than money. And I'm realizing that now slowly and forcefully versus just like me accepting it when I was younger. But it's like, I think I just feel a lot of pressure to have a lot of money. And I think I want a lot of nice things. And I think the balance of that, as well as like wanting to start a family one day, even just like, man, even just going to the dentist, bro. I got a root canal. That junk ran me like $5K after everything was said and done. I couldn't believe it, you know? And it's like, I'm just trying to figure out like, how do I live a life where I'm comfortable enough to where I'm not worried about the things that I need, but I'm also free enough to do the things that I want without worry about how my life is going to move forward or how my family is going to move forward. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy the next 2 weeks, man, you know, with the wedding stuff. And then we're really going to come in and dive in deep. So I'm really excited for that. If you're trying to do something on your own, dude, if you're trying to follow your dreams, you owe it to yourself to at least try. And that's where I'm at right now. So I'm going to go try, and hopefully I think it'll be good. Hope you guys are safe with the whole hurricane stuff. I know a lot of people got hit hard. Again, my heart goes out to Asheville for real. I go snowboarding there all the time, and it's just gone. Like, it's literally just gone. If you haven't watched the news stuff about that, like, please go look, because they need all the help they can do. They have a bunch of GoFundMes going on and stuff like that. So definitely check all that stuff out. Pray for the people who are in need. Stay safe out there. Love you guys. See you when I got a ring on my finger. Deuces.